Shalom. This is your brother Amwan from the Great Millstone Camp here in Philadelphia, giving all praises and doing honor to Yahweh, Bashim Shah, Bashim Kakodash. That honors to the elders of the Great Millstone, the Zaquayim of Great Millstone, and honest citation out there to the hopeful elect. Alright, so we're going to get into this. It's been a lot of events that's been taking place. A lot of events. But we're going to get into the judgment of the Heavenly Father. You got the Japan. Okay, these are all signs from the Heavenly Father, man. Blood, slides, what is it? Italy. Was it floods? Something else that happened. Oh yeah, light poles. I spelled that wrong. Yeah, so we're gonna start here with the flood. This happened basically, well, I received the news last night. I'm in Philadelphia currently right now. So I received this news last night. Okay. And it's, this country is hypocritical. I think it's first Samuel. If God was blessing this place, nothing like this would happen. Absolutely nothing would happen to such a God-fearing country. God bless America. If God was blessing America, this would not happen. Okay. Now we're gonna find a good article. I'm gonna go ahead and watch the post. Okay, 27. It says search and rescue underway after you had a video over here. After 27 killed and at least 20 girls missing in Texas flooding. And I heard they had like 100 years worth of Saint Angel. Saint Angelo. Hey, message. It's a message right there. Like 100 years worth of water or rainfall, to send upon this part of Texas, Saint Angelo, Texas. We're gonna see what that said. If brothers is out there, hopefully they doing good. They're not, hopefully brothers wasn't involved in this. And Lord willing, Yahweh Shim Shah, Bashim Dash willing, they're safe. But this is in San Angelo, Texas. This is another bit of judgment, for Babylon the Great. This ain't nothing, man. Okay, this ain't nothing, man. E or DT. For Mr. What is it, 45, 47, or AKA 9/11. He passed that big beautiful bill, the triple B's, which is basically gonna make the poor poorer and the rich richer. And then you had it's so much that's been going on, man. I got it right here. Laura Loomer, 65. Wow. Yeah, she basically made a genocidal threat against all Hispanics. Okay, all Hispanics. There's so much going on in the news, man, and even in the world. Like I was just mentioning, Trump's big beautiful bill. Basically making Esau richer and Jake poor, more poor. More destitute. More relying on the so-called white man. He's cutting, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, etc. Which Esau is the main recipient of those so-called benefits. But we know Jake is in a squalor position in society, man. Like recently, a lot of so-called black women lost their jobs from the government. Because the chickens are coming home to roost, and this place is about to be horrifically judged by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Pause this shit. And we know that, according to the scriptures, Esau has a short time. Here we go, dude. Here we go. The horn. This Revelation 12 and 12. I'm gonna go to verse 9. And the great dragon, which is the Roman Empire, aka America today, was cast out or taken out of power. Okay, that old serpent, into the old serpent in the garden, which is fast forward, is Esau. That's what he became. He was a serpent. He became a dragon. Dragons are known for his wisdom and his cruelty. Okay, and that's what Esau exhibits in his kingdom, man. Especially cruelty, or tyranny, oppression, and he inflicts Jake with terror. Okay, that's why the scriptures say in Job that he shall be met with the king of terrors, man. Okay, because this so-called white man has been a terror on the earth. And we're in the time of his judgment. We had damn near the last Trump. And of course Trump is in office. And Trump, the word Trump means to deceive. Just putting that out there. Hey, this is right here. Called the devil, which means deceiver. Okay, and Satan, which is adversary, which deceiveth the whole earth, man. Okay, Esau has deceived the whole earth, just like Trump, man. Trump talking about some, the stock market is the highest it's ever been. It's never coming down, And then like somebody on the comment that I was reading on the IG post, it's going to be a rug pull, pretty soon, man. Which he's absolutely right. Move on to the word rug pull. He just giving out fair speeches, but in the end, hey man, you people gonna find out the hard way, man. Okay, it says a rug pull is a type of scam. Okay, yeah, what he was talking about is a damn scam, man. Like he's basically the definition of peace and safety. Okay, let me read that real quick. Oh yeah, that's over here. Let me get this. This is the literal definition of Donald Trump, man, and his office, and in the whole agenda that we're going through right now. First Thessalonians 5:1 says the day of the Lord, but at the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, okay, we in that time, man. Like I mentioned, he said, wait, let me get that. Trump. All right, here we go.
The stock market's at an all-time high. Jobs are at an all-time high. Everything's at an all-time high.
Yeah, like people in the comments, like debt, stupidity. Yeah, you're right, stupidity. Yeah, he's lying. People are waking up. Obviously the left, they don't like him. Even though the right and the left is the same, it's being used by the same puppet master. The state of is not real or isn't real. They're the puppet masters, okay, of America. And people, obviously, because everything is in your damn face, man. You can't deny anything. The normacy bias, the delusions is wearing off, man. The opiates, the drugs that these people using is wearing off. Or the spell that Esau has cast, or the veil that he has covered the people, okay, is being lifted up, man. His skirt is being lifted. Everybody knows about the small hats and how they're the devil that the Bible speaks of, or the wicked, or they're, just insidious beings on the planet that, and the information is being brought out, recirculating how they were kicked out or expelled or exposed, from all kind of different countries, or kicked out, because the so-called white man is the devil, man. Okay, that's why the scriptures say that they do not rise nor possess the world or fill the earth with cities or something like that in Isaiah 14. Because this is what happens, man. You get a kingdom of decadence and debauchery, and immorality and decay. And the basement, demoralization. People are, everybody depressed, suicidal, you know, and that's what the scriptures say, man. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. Okay, the whole earth is in a state of mourning, man. And then you see what's happening to the tribes. Issachar or the Northern Kingdom is getting a wake up call, man. Okay, all you Latinos that voted for Trump, here you have a woman that's calling for the extermination, through alligators of the so-called Hispanic race. Okay, they letting you know, man. Look, that's why Esau, wow, Rod Stewart serenades huge crowds from the pyramid stage. Okay, that's why Esau is more bold today, man. You hear it's a lot of videos on social media where Esau is just basically, you got the term black fatigue, which, if you woke up into the truth, if you're Israelite, you already had black fatigue when you woke up, but now Esau got a term called black fatigue, or I think Jake made it up, called black fatigue, where they just tired of Jake. Okay, and Jake, the so-called FBAs, they see what Issachar is going through, and the Latino tribes that are what they're going through, and they don't expect it to happen to them because they were brought here as slaves, man. But guess what? Esau, he gonna put you in what? Concentration camps. That's where you're gonna go, man. Okay, they got an alligator camp for you too. Just like we would use it as alligator bait in the past, and its history is repeating itself, man. Esau has always been the same old damn devil. That's why it says the old serpent, man. Okay, he has never changed, man. Can a leopard change his own spots? Hell no, man. So are they that are accustomed to do wickedness or wickedly. Okay, the so-called white man was, and will be the devil that the Bible speaks of. That we're reading it here. It says again in the great dragon, which is America, that old serpent called the devil and Satan. Right. So you want to know where the white man is called the devil? Here you go. You can also get John 8:44. The so-called white man in the Bible are the biblical Edomites. And it says, which deceiveth the whole world. Okay? They deceive, again, Trump, like I mentioned earlier, with this scripture here. It says, 1 Thessalonians 5:3, for when they shall say peace and safety. Trump he said what?
And jobs are at an all-time high. Everything's at an all-time high.
I mean, he did say everything. He did say everything, so that includes debt. And the economy collapsed. That's
and we're going to keep it that way. We're the greatest country in the world, and we're.
And this is all you gotta say. And you people, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, it's gonna have the greatest destruction on in the history of the earth. This is Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, they don't understand that. Here you propping it up, not realizing the Most High is going to extinguish this kingdom, man. Okay, it's over for this place, man. It is absolutely over, man. Okay, then I just got some news that that Elon Musk wants to create a American party. He want to create a new party. He want to basically separate himself or other people. He put a poll up, and if they want to separate from Republican Democrats and create their own party. So there's a lot of distinction, or separation, or variance in Esau's kingdom, man. Because it like the scriptures say, man, if Satan be against Satan, how then shall this kingdom stand? Okay, everyone is at variance, man. Okay, everyone is in opposition to one another, man. You know, there's no love for each other's neighbors, okay, or for one another. We at the end, we at the very very end times, man. Like my man Doctor Strange, I believe his name was, when he said we're in the end game, folks. Okay, and that's the time we live in. We in the end game, man. There's no doubt about it, man. And you got this man who's deceiving the masses of the people he's deceiving, the magtards, and obviously the magtards, they know that the 2/3 time is coming, man. That they're going to try to take over, man. They already know this. They know this shit. That's the whole truth of so-called MAGA, man, or having Trump in office, because they know that Trump is basically going to bring it back to when niggas was enslaved. Okay, and like I said, the FBAs, they don't think that the shit doesn't affect them. Like I said, their next destination is going to be concentration camps, and they already have an alligator camp set up. Which again, going back to this woman, she threatened the whole Hispanic race. Okay. It says, I'm gonna go to the point. Far right activist Laura Loomer has come under condemnation after seeing a wild animal surrounding President Donald Trump's new immigration detention center concentration camp, or plantation, dubbed alligator Alcatraz, again, which we use as alligator bait in our history, man. Okay, will have at least 65 million meals, and she was alluding to the Hispanic population. Okay, and I'm gonna jump down here. It says what is this lunatic and close advisor to President Trump is saying is that every Latino currently living in the United States should go to prison and die. That's exactly what she was saying. Okay? That's exactly what she said, man. Okay? And that's what Esau has done in the past, man. They never like you, man. Just like it was a doctor or scientist, whatever the hell he was, who basically was trying to exterminate the Latino population, man, or the Puerto Ricans. He found that because Esau's hatred, he had uttered the test for our people. And what Esau does, because he has control of history and the narrative, he puts it out there that we're we shouldn't exist, and his words carry weight because he's in power. But he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. And again, it all goes back to Jacob versus Esau, man. Okay, the reason why Esau, like this Edomite here, is saying this thing because the hatred, not just for Hispanics, he has hatred for all the tribes. the of Israel. That's why Trump's deportation agenda is against Jake. They don't give a fuck about other nations. Esau can stay here no matter what. They would never deport an Edomite. Never. Okay? It was Edomites that came out and said that they father from us, Europe, somewhere, I think Sweden, and he's basically a piece of shit and a criminal, and they never detain him because it's about our people, man. That the land belongs to them, but they're kicking our people out of the land that belongs to them. That's hypocrisy, man. This is why another example of why this place is going to be becoming the lake of fire in Revelation, in the book of Revelation. Okay, 144. But yeah, this is the sentiment of all these Edomites, man. They hate us. Okay, but Jake loves them. They love him, right? And it says, I'm gonna go back here. It's 1 Thessalonians 5:3. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction, okay, cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Yeah, so Esau is trying to put people back to sleep, man, because people are waking up, man. Okay, so he got to do something to basically deceive these people or lie to them to make it seem like everything is okay, which is not, right? Like I said, that the so-called big beautiful bill, which people are waking up to it, is all for Esau, okay? But the poor, our people in this society, mainly the 2/3, they're not going to benefit, man. They're going to be crushed from this, man. Okay, absolutely crushed from that. That's the so-called big beautiful bill that Trump signed a couple days ago. That's why they was happy. They were dancing, okay, because they know, man. Hey, the time is coming for our people, man. Jacob's trouble, man. They know about Jacob's trouble, man. All right, and then we just one step closer to all this shit, breaking down. The societal breakdown. Oh shit, let me do that. Fuck, how you get that back? So I'm gonna do a part 2 to this. I'm gonna close this one out. I'm gonna do another one. Trying to keep it on the. I was trying to keep this video on the 10 minutes, but that didn't work out. So next video, I'm gonna finish this up. Hopefully this is edifying until next time. Shalom.